welcome back to another episode of Bench Riders Podcast. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Bucky.
And I think I said podcast and not podcast, but that's okay.
Oh,
that's
I
not
didn't
a
even
word.
notice, to
that's
be honest
not a
with
word.
you. That's fine.
How are you?
I'm... I can't even answer that.
Why are your arms raised?
I just I'm gleeful. Like my hands are up. I'm ready to ride this ride with you.
Your body is connected to your mind.
I'm feeling excited
No,
today.
I'm so excited.
How are you?
I am gleeful as well. It is almost Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
The fall weather is falling.
Yeah.
We are in cozy clothes. Mm-hmm. We have Diet Cokes in our hands.
Just right here, just in reach.
And we're here to talk some shit.
Yeah, we are.
So I am not complaining. Oh, before we talk shit about the athletes, I want to talk shit about the Pilates class that we went to the other day.
I was hoping that we would talk about this.
We have no choice.
It's horrible.
So let me set the scene for the riders. Yeah. So riders, we, free plug, tried ClassPass. Mm-hmm. And I love ClassPass. This is not talking shit about ClassPass. However,
there's a specific class that we took that was awful.
We should probably not name the
business. We won't name the business.
No slander here. However, we went to a Pilates class. Where do I even begin? Okay, I will begin with the beginning. How about we get there at, the class is at 5:30. We get there at 5:27, 3 minutes to spare. First, you have to walk through a store to get to like the front desk, and the class is in the back of the store. Like it's a clothing store, so you have to walk through all these panties and bras and leggings
bras in your face
to get to the class.
Yeah.
So first of all, distracted by the clothes. Second of all, walk up to the desk. It's 5:27. Class is in 3 minutes. And the lady at the front was frantic. She was like, "Oh my God, it's your first class. The class starts at 5:30. If you're late, they won't let you in. The door will close.
She will close the door. She will close the door on you." And we're just like looking at each other like, oh, good God. Like, what are we supposed to do? So we throw our shit in the locker.
She made us throw our shit in the locker.
Yeah.
She made us fill out a little form before we went in. And she said, "Do you have grip socks?"
And to our alarm, we did not have grip socks.
We did not read the email they sent. That is our fault. However,
like truthful little girlies, we said, no, we don't.
No, we don't. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Here's some grip socks." She pulled out a very nice pair of black taped up grip socks, opened it up for us. We put them on our feet. She said, "Pay after." We said,
"Pay?"
Pay?
I literally, in my head, I said, "Pay?" This is ClassPass.
I'm not gonna lie, when she said pay, I knew it was gonna be bad. I just didn't realize how bad.
I know.
We'll come back to the cost of the socks. We go into the class just in the nick of time before that damn door closed. Mind you, like 3 or 4 people walked in after the door was closed.
We were warming up and people were coming in and the instructor was like, "Hey girl, hey girl." So I don't know what kind of drug that front lady was on, but she can knock it the hell back.
I was kind of pissed at the girls that came in after the door was closed because I just said, "You didn't follow the rules."
You didn't follow the rules. We were told to be here and here we are.
Yeah. Not to mention, I just felt huge compared to all the little tiny Pilates.
Amanda and I were just like absolute beefcakes.
We were like the only pilgrim-looking ladies in t-shirts.
Listen, we are some big-bodied bitches, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. But I will say, Pilates girls are like different.
The way that they dress, it was so cute, so put together, and me and Bucky stomp into the class with our leggings and oversized
our baggy ass t-shirts, like our hair like on one side of our head,
and our grip socks.
And Miss Jessica over here is like wearing a matching 2-piece from, I don't even know,
Lululemon,
just looking so cute. And we're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it actually probably came from the store right outside of the class.
Probably.
But, no, we were honestly probably near the size of other people, but like just like the way that they dressed and like the way that they were put together, I've never felt that way before.
No, horrible.
Got through the class.
Leave the class.
Like good Samaritans, we walk on up to the desk and say, "We're here to pay the price of the grip socks." Would you like to elaborate on the price?
Yeah. I just want you guys to, we're going to pause for a second, think about how much the grip socks might be. Okay. The grip socks were $21 for a pair of just one grip sock.
The things I could buy for $21 that are not socks.
No, it made me so upset because that's 4 $5 Wednesday sushi nights at Publix.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
And a tip.
Like, I just don't know.
It was uncanny.
We won't be back. We won't do Pilates again. we'll stick to what we know, which is drinking Diet Coke and bitching.
Girl, dinner.
Cheers.
I will say my abs are... No, they're not. Okay.
The abs are abbing.
No, they're not at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just dive right in.
Yeah, I'm excited for today.
Okay, so for the drama, we're going to start off strong with what is taking the world by storm, Taylor and Travis.
This is such a fun way to open.
It's a fun way to open.
And if you don't agree, you're lying.
No. I would like to start off here and put my hand up and say, I think I was wrong. I think I was wrong about the PR. I don't think it's PR. After seeing this weekend and the way that she pranced into his arms, I believe in love again.
No, it actually was so cute. No, it was so nice.
I had full body chills.
Full body chills.
It was an out of body experience. Everything was tingling from my head down
to my toes.
You sure?
To the toes.
So that's what it was.
It made me believe in love again.
No, it really did.
And it made me believe that everyone else can believe in love again.
Right.
And so you guys should hop on that train with me because I don't want to be by myself.
Right. It's a scary train to be on.
Yeah.
I haven't been on it before, but I think I'm there right now. I think I'm on it. If you don't know what we're talking about, I'm sure you do, but Travis Kelce went to Taylor's Eras Tour concert in Buenos Aires, Argentina?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes? Yes. And he was there for night 2 of her show. He was there in a tent next to Scott Swift, Taylor's father.
And he was wearing a Chiefs lanyard. How cute.
Scott was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, so I guess I saw their podcast came out this week, Travis and Jason's, and I think Travis said that he met Scott the night before at a dinner because her concert was like rained out the night before. So they all went to dinner, her and her dad and Travis gave him some Chiefs swag, even though Scott is a lifelong Eagles fan, which Jason had a problem with.
Oh my God, that's funny.
But he said, great guy, gave him some Chiefs gear. He's on the Chiefs Kingdom or whatever they call it now. Anyway, so he was in the tent with Scott for the concert. The big news came in when she changed the lyrics of her song Karma to Karma is the guy on the Chiefs. Coming straight home to me.
I loved his reaction.
He put his hands on his face like a little girl at Christmas. It was adorable.
Yeah. Crowd went wild.
It was adorable. Amazing. And not to mention, you know how she does like surprise songs at the end? Mm-hmm. Her surprise song with him in the crowd was Endgame. And I quote, I want to be your endgame, endgame.
You know she was singing, and I saw the video, and it wasn't like, you know how Endgame is normally big, like upbeat? It was like a ballad on the fucking pianos looking straight into the soul of Travis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And she let us all see it. I felt it.
And I want that really badly for them. I'm not going to lie to you now.
No, I do. I really want it for them. People are going crazy on like TikTok, wherever, social media, saying that they're going to be engaged next year.
That's, well,
early next year. I don't know if I buy that.
Yeah.
But I do buy their love. Mm-hmm. I do buy it.
Yeah, we do buy their love. I feel like, I don't know. This might just be me. I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
Back to you.
Oops. Okay, well, I have more things to say, so thank you for sending it back. Diet Coke ain't hitting yet.
It's not hitting me yet.
So I want to say... Wait, no. No. Back to you.
Don't throw it back to me.
Okay, let's just wrap up. We believe in love again.
We believe in love.
We are on the Taylor.
I know.
It's back. It's back.
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
The thing about how the scientists say that babies are going to be born because of this.
Please.
How?
You have to like elaborate.
Amanda said, please, more babies.
No, babies.
I don't know where I saw it, and I feel like it was on TikTok.
Barstool.
It was Barstool TikTok. And people are saying because like it's making them believe in love again, and couples it's going to make people want to commit to each other, and then commitment brings babies. And so people are thinking, you know how like people have been independent, not wanting to have children. Now they're going to want children because of Travis and Tay-Tay.
Yeah. Basically that Taylor Swift herself has such a cult following.
Yeah.
That if she and Travis have a baby, then the rest of the world will have a baby. And then we'll be overpopulated, and I don't know what they're going to do about that.
Baby? Would you have a baby if Travis and Taylor got together?
This is a horrible question.
Would you?
I was gonna have a baby anyway, I think.
Well, there's your answer,
Not
folks.
now.
Because of Travis and Taylor, Amanda will be pregnant at some point in her life. Thank you, Travis and Taylor.
That is science. Okay, I want to move on because me thinking about having a baby right now.
Anxiety.
Okay. I'm tingling in the wrong ways. Let's move right along.
Okay, well, moving on to another Kelce brother.
Oh, God.
Jason Kelce, Travis's older brother, was named a finalist for People Magazine's 2023 Sexiest Man Alive.
Sure was.
So he went on Thursday Night Football last week before the Bears-Panthers game, and he joked around with like all the like announcers saying that this was, quote, this was a win for plus-sized bearded men all over the world.
I'm sorry. Pause. Your type.
I just want to say, I have been a day one fan of that.
That has been her type since I've known her.
A
Her first boyfriend in college, all the way up to current, have all fit the type. To an extent.
Yes, I just love, you gotta love
burly man.
Big man.
Oh.
He just makes me feel so dainty.
I
I'm like
know.
the Pilates
No,
girls, and I need this for myself. So I am for Jason Kelce. He should have been the sexiest man alive.
He should have.
He didn't win.
No, he didn't.
But he was a finalist.
But I will say, and I agree, I love that type. I think it's very trendy. It is comforting.
Yeah.
It does make you feel dainty and cute. I think that's why Taylor is into Travis too. Not that he's like super burly, but he's a man and makes her feel dainty and cute. I'm sure Maddie Healy could not pick her up. Travis Kelce gonna pick her up.
Yeah, yes.
But I do think that Jason Kelce was named one of the Sexiest Men Alive finalists because A, he's a good looking man, but like I think what it really is his persona as it relates to like his family and like he's such a good dad, he's
His
such a good family man, like he has such a good personality, so I feel like the sexiness comes through his aura.
I know. And we're going to talk about his aura later today because we might be talking about him a little bit later. We'll get to it.
Okay.
But also, I just wanted to say a couple other people who were on the list.
Oh.
So ultimately, Patrick Dempsey won the award for Sexiest Man Alive.
I mean, yes.
Which you can't disagree with.
You can't disagree. What you can disagree with is the timing. Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't been in anything recently.
Yeah.
When he was in his Grey's Anatomy era, yeah, sure. 2023, Patrick Dempsey, still great looking.
Right.
Gorgeous, sexy even.
Yeah.
But irrelevant.
Yeah, this is true. There's some other nominees too were Timothy Chalamet, Jamie Foxx, and Usher. Which
Okay, I love those.
You could also argue that Jamie Foxx and Usher are kind of like a Patrick Dempsey. Like,
Yeah.
they're not really in the
relevant.
news
Well,
right now.
I actually, on a different podcast, I think it was Chicks in the Office from Barstool, heard that they said that they think that the people that were runners up couldn't accept because of the strike.
Oh.
Yeah, and like people that should have been even like nominated couldn't accept because of the strike.
Okay.
So I think the strike had to do with the Sexiest Man Alive, which is why they chose an athlete and they chose an actor who hasn't been acting.
Gotcha.
So,
oh, interesting.
just a little factoid.
Thank you for that
Yeah,
factoid. I
I'm
didn't
here to
know
fill in
it.
the gaps.
Thanks, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that wrap it up?
No, that's it. That's all I
Okay.
had to say.
And
But
that's it.
do you think he's sexy?
I think he's sexy.
I think all of the men are sexy.
What? Oh, the men.
The nominees. Sorry. Let me clarify.
All men are sexy. What? That's
Wrong.
crazy.
Wrong.
That's crazy.
Well, no.
Okay, next up. We talked about him last week. Irina Shay and Tom Brady, they've obviously broken up. However, Irina was recently asked about Tom Brady. My dad is calling me.
Oh,
Should I answer?
yeah, put him up to the mic.
Dad?
Is that all you needed?
I'm recording the podcast. Say hi to the people.
Oh, hey, people.
Okay, I'm going to call you back. But yes, that's all I needed.
Okay, I'll just text me tomorrow to remind me because I get caught up in my day and I'll do it,
Oh,
okay?
okay. Thanks, Dad.
All right, bye.
Bye. That's my dad.
You know what I love about Dad?
What?
Dad is just
A doer.
He's a doer, and he gets shit done.
And you know what he's getting done for me? He's calling my insurance to get a bill taken down.
Oh. Yes, Dad.
That's my dad.
Side quest on this little comment I'm about to go on. I have the funniest video of Amanda's dad doing yard work with the Home Depot theme song in the background, and he's like trying to like dig a hole. Larry, shout out to you. You're trying to dig a hole, Larry, and you're jumping on the shovel, but it's like at an angle, and there's like, we're kind of getting in there.
Not quite enough,
not
though.
quite enough, and it's just comedic gold.
You know, it's the darndest thing because ever since he moved to Georgia, he thinks he's like a handyman and that he can garden and do homely activities, and he simply can't.
Well,
he simply cannot.
I dare to say,
Yeah?
I feel as though he has made some improvements in his home improvements. I think he's like doing it.
He's made improvements.
Yeah.
Improvements. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we? Irina. So basically, Irina was interviewed for the November issue of Elle magazine, and they asked about Tom Brady, and she said, quote,
Oh, quotes. I love quotes.
no comment.
What does that mean?
So she went on a little bit and basically said, another quote, I share my work stuff because I decided to keep my personal life personal. That's why it's called personal.
Oh.
Because it's something that belongs to me. If one day I feel like I want to share it, I will.
What's up with the sass, Irina?
A little sassy, which kind of is giving she got broken up with.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Yes, it is. That's what it's giving.
It is giving. Okay, riddle me this, though.
Yeah.
A couple days after this magazine came out, TMZ reported that Irina was spotted walking into Tom's NYC apartment, and she opted to walk through the front door, which always has paparazzi outside of it because Tom Brady lives there, as opposed to the back door, which is private and meant for celebrities to walk through. She was photographed outside of his apartment walking into it, and a source confirmed that Tom was not there.
She wanted to stake her claim, I think, one last time. She probably left a couple of things there.
I mean,
a couple of overnight shirts. We all understand.
toothbrush, perhaps.
A toothbrush, perhaps, and she wanted it back.
A good pair of Victoria's Secret underwear.
Right. And so she's like, let me show my cojones and walk in through the front.
Right.
That's my guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's not that interesting since
I'm
they're broken.
interested.
Are you?
Yeah. Are you not?
No, I guess I just said that I'm not, so I'm going to stick to that. No, I'm not that interested. Just because, like, they've broken up, so, like, they're done. I mean, it's just, I don't really care because they're broken up already. But it is just giving, like, scorned woman, and I don't want her to give that. I want her to give, I don't give two shits about this 10-time Super Bowl champion.
We want it to give
and his
making out with
Botox.
other men.
Right.
We don't want to give scorn.
But you know what? I feel like she's having a hard time because of not only Tom Brady, but Bradley Cooper having his canoodles with Gigi Hadid.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call
So,
right there.
like, what is she to do? The one she really wants, Mr. Bradley Cooper, is taken now by another supermodel. And she's like, well, shit. I lost the one good thing I could rub in his face.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to walk into his apartment and grab my
I'm
underwear.
going to walk into his apartment in front of paparazzi and make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah. And maybe make him jealous in the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up.
Okay, so we had sent this next story. Well, Amanda always sends the stories. She found this
She
one.
does no work.
She
I'm just
found-
kidding. I'm kidding.
It's okay. She found this one on,
It was on the girl's Instagram.
it was on, okay, so her Instagram. And this picture came out in August. But Too Hot to Handle's Hannah Brooke has gone IG official with a New York Jets player, Jermaine Johnson.
Yes.
And so I don't know if we have any Too Hot to Handle viewers out there. I'm sure we do.
Me.
I actually watched that season.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
She's obviously, I thought she was the prettiest that season.
I thought so too. And since the season aired, she's dissolved all of her filler because she said she saw herself on the screen and was like, whoa, that's way too much.
Yeah.
And she was gorgeous then, but I think she looks even more like naturally gorgeous
Naturally
now.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the couple showed off their first PDA on the sidelines of the Jets preseason finale. And she shared this photo on her Instagram. And the caption was, quote, told him if he got a sack, he could get a kiss. Hashtag heart launch. Hard.
What
launch.
kind of sack are we talking about?
I'm like, it's a little bit naughty, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little bit. Yeah. So it was, the posting of that picture was the first time the couple like publicly acknowledged the relationship, but some receipts have shown that they've probably been dating a little bit longer because in June, she commented on a photo of Johnson and he was vacationing in St. Thomas.
Yeah.
And her little caption said, my photography skills greater than symbol.
Oh.
So she was like vacationing with him back in
Okay.
June.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
so they were dating for like 2 months prior to them going IG official, which
Okay.
some people never go IG official.
No.
So this is quick in the scheme of life.
I feel like all the WAGs are going IG official quick though, because it's so trendy to be a WAG right now, especially in the NFL.
is.
It's like, this is my NFL boyfriend. Speaking of, can I skip ahead?
Yeah.
To a different story?
Sure.
Alix Earle and Braxton Berrios are officially official
Oh, are
as
they?
of this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So her new episode of Hot Mess came out this week.
Okay.
And I just saw a clip on TikTok, but the two of them admitted that they are now boyfriend and girlfriend via the podcast. And I guess you've seen all over TikTok probably she's taken him on this vacation for his birthday to like a private island.
Oh, she took him?
Yeah, she took
I thought it was
him.
the other way around.
No, she took him for his birthday on a private island. It's this TikTok going viral because all these girls are stitching it with like, she's my age and I work a 9 to 5, and Alix Earle has rented out a private island for her and her NFL boyfriend. But anyway, she went on her podcast and asked him on her podcast, will you be my boyfriend? And he said no.
Oh.
And then he goes on to say, I know.
The tea.
He goes on to say, like, they're like laughing about it, and he's like, I wanted to ask her last night, but she got a headache and had to go to sleep or something, and then she woke up this morning and wanted to record right away, and I think she wanted to ask on the podcast. That was her plan, so she didn't want him to ask, and he said no on the podcast, and he said something along the lines of like, I couldn't sleep at night if she asked me. I wanted to ask her.
Why are they actually so
No,
cute?
they're actually like the cutest. Like, they're slowly becoming my favorite WAG couple.
Also, can we just talk about the card he gave her? Like, they went to like a very nice, again, another TikTok. They have wonderful TikToks together. And he got her like a card. They went to a nice steak dinner, and the card he got her said like, get anything you want with like an infinity symbol.
Infinity.
So she could buy whatever the fuck she wanted.
I want to know the real limit. There's no limit. The limit does not
The
exist.
limit does not exist for that girl. Anyway.
That's good for her.
Well, I mean, that's cute.
No,
Like,
it was cute, and they are cute. And just like watching their TikToks together, they seem like super happy and giddy. And
yeah.
I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to get into your sad story, I guess?
Yes.
This story sounds really
Okay, so
sad.
I didn't want to talk about it initially because it was just sad, but the news that broke this week is like kind of interesting, so I wanted to include it. So if you didn't hear, there was a man in the NHL who died during a game.
Yeah, like an ex-NHL player.
Yes. So his name's Adam Johnson, and he was playing for the Nottingham Panthers, okay, in the Elite Ice Hockey League. Former NHL player, yes, you're right. So he was playing in the Elite Ice Hockey League, and he was playing, and basically the player on the other team like kicked up and slit his neck. And there's videos all over TikTok, and I wish I didn't see them, but I did.
Did you see it?
I did.
I did not see it.
Go look it up if you dare. They have videos of it. And basically he gets cut, like the guy kicks him. You can see the guy falls to the ground. He stands back up, like he's able to get up for a second. And he's up for like a couple minutes, like holding his neck, and there's like blood on his jersey. And then he falls back down, and I guess they ended up taking him to a hospital, and he passed away. Very sad story. He's 29 years old. But initially, the NHL described it as a, quote, freak accident. But this week, a man was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter in this case.
Oh, shoot.
So So the man that was arrested has not been named. They haven't released a name or anything. And this arrest happened in England.
Manslaughter as in like the guy who kicked his foot up?
I mean, they didn't say who the man was, but I mean, people are assuming yes, because who else would be manslaughtering? It was on camera.
Okay.
So
Wait, finish that part and then I have a question.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay, my question is, when he kicked, like, was it a visible, like, he was on purpose trying to get his leg up above? Because how do you get your leg up that high?
Right. Well,
Was
that's,
he
I
falling?
think. No. He was up, standing up straight. So his leg went up. I mean, he was bent over, like, with the puck. Like, he was, like, but, I mean, that's, I think, where the manslaughter charge comes in. People think this was not on purpose to kill him, but, like, on purpose to, like, kick him that high.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he wasn't trying to slit his neck, but people think that he was trying to, like, kick him higher than you're allowed to in hockey, and it resulted in murder, which is really how you describe manslaughter when you don't mean to kill someone, but you do. So the guy that killed him, his name is Matt Petgrave. He's 31 and plays for Sheffield. And basically, like, stuff like this obviously never really happens. And it's rare for people to be charged if it does happen because it's
in a sport.
Right, it's a freak accident.
Yeah.
However, I wanted to cite that 2 players have been charged before.
Okay. Ooh,
in the
tell
history
me.
of hockey.
Okay.
In 2000, McSorley, I don't know who these people are, but these are the names. McSorley was found guilty of assault with a deadly weapon for a 2-handed slash to the head of a man named Donald Brashear with his stick. And he was sentenced to 18 months probation. So he accidentally killed someone
By hitting him over the head with a
hockey stick. Yes, that's
Was the
one.
guy wearing a helmet?
Yeah,
What?
I know. And then in 2004, a guy named Bertuzzi pleaded guilty to assault for grabbing
Bertuzzi. Yeah, I know
Bertuzzi? You know
Yeah.
Bertuzzi?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
a famous hockey player.
Okay, well, he pleaded guilty to assault for grabbing Steve Moore from behind and sucker punching him. Bertuzzi agreed to a plea deal and was sentenced to 1 year probation and 80 hours of community service.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So there is a quote from the league. There's still obviously looking into this. If it's manslaughter, it's going to go to trial, I'm sure. And there's going to have to be a jury to make the judgment call if this is manslaughter or not. But the quote from the league is, quote, "We're always tweaking and reviewing that kind of policy and procedures, equipment, personnel, so we're as prepared as possible to deal with a catastrophic injury. We're looking at always what could happen and how to prepare to deal with it best. And hopefully we don't have the kind of bad outcome that happened a few weeks ago."
That is so immensely sad for everyone involved. Like, that's horrible.
And it's so crazy. And, like, I feel like the manslaughter charge, I don't even know what's going to happen there because I don't know how the legal system is going to approach that. But I think the main issue here is the equipment, which is what this last quote was, like, alluding to. Like, we're going to have to reevaluate our equipment. Like, why in hockey? Yeah, like, why in hockey when you have, like, metal weapons on the bottom of your feet would anything be exposed? Even, like, I don't know what they wear, but, like, a finger, an ear, like, I don't know what's out and about in hockey, but I feel like nothing should be, like, visible.
No. Actually, that is a fantastic point because in college hockey, they're required to wear a face guard over. But if you watch NHL players, some of them just have the helmet. So their full face is exposed, their teeth, their neck area. That's why so many of them are missing teeth. Oh. They get hit in the face with pucks. Some of them have, like, the eye shields.
Yeah.
But I think this incident in particular is going to make them really look at that.
And they should, because this is, like, the worst case scenario. Like, that is so fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
That you're playing a sport that has been played for this long and you pass away from, like, not even something that happened to, like, DeMar Hamlin last year, which was, like, the heart thing. Like, it was literally from the equipment that you're playing with. And that should be something that should never happen. So
yeah, I agree.
Hopefully they make changes to it. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in this case because manslaughter is a tricky bitch.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
Please.
Okay. I don't really know how to transition this one. So I'm just going to give it to you straight here, people. Nick Saban has a car empire. Did you know this?
I did because I sent it to you.
Yeah. But Nick Saban, well, let's get into the nitty gritty details of it. See, I did not know this because Nick Saban, when you think Nick Saban, this man has kind of had a track record of traveling to a couple of different colleges to be a football coach. So you would think he'd be busy with his time there.
Right.
But his company is called Dream Motor Group. They have 9 car dealerships now after acquiring 2 different Mercedes-Benz dealers, both in Florida. And they bought it for $700 million, which is insane. Like, that's a lot of money. So the dealerships are in Coral Gables, Florida, and Cutler Bay, Florida. And I guess with the dealerships, because I was like, why are the dealerships so expensive? So you're buying the dealership, but then they also bought like a service shop, and then they bought like an old like police headquarters.
They as in like the Sabans?
They as in like the company, because Nick Saban works alongside another guy, and I forget his name. He has a partner in this business, and so that guy, his partner mainly runs it, but Saban is like a co-owner of the company. So the group also has Mercedes-Benz locations in Texas, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Nashville, Tennessee, and in Alabama. Also, this is kind of a fun fact, but the Dream Motor Company, they employ over 500 people. So they're kind of like a big like employer.
Giving back.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick Saban.
Thanks, Nick Saban. I feel like Nick Saban, though, just like wants to be a rich man. I feel like he's like to his business partner, like, get me rich. Here's my money.
But is he not rich enough? His salary, he's the highest. Well, no, that's not true. Is he the highest?
He's fucking rich.
He's one of the highest paid football coaches.
Yeah, but I think some people just never want to stop being rich, and I respect that.
Yeah, we respect the hustle, Nick.
Speaking of rich, tangent, Warren Buffett has invested in the Braves.
Did he really?
Yeah, isn't that kind of cool?
That is cool.
Yeah, so.
Smart man.
Yeah, yes. Rich man, smart man. I honestly don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to buy some cool like players or something with that.
Maybe Warren will like be stopping in the 680
I want Warren Buffett on the 680 podcast.
I bet you his chump change is like $1,000. Like here, that's like $1 to him.
It's like a tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want Warren Buffett on the Bench Riders podcast.
We do. Come on, Warren. But yeah.
Well, okay. Men are rich. I understand.
Men are rich.
What's next?
And Nick Saban, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to another rich man who was our Bachelor of the Week, Rudy Gobert. He was put in a headlock this past week by Draymond Green.
Rudy, no!
And Draymond Green used to be a Michigan State basketball player, so I grew up watching him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
small world.
Yeah, I know, small world. But well, I'm sure everyone's seen this by now. But if you are blissfully unaware, Tuesday evening there was a basketball game, NBA, between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and this little tussle that happened occurred very early on in the game. It had 2 minutes left into the first quarter. It started when the Warriors guard Klay Thompson and Timberwolves forward Jaden McDaniels were grabbing hold of each other's jerseys. And have you seen the video?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so like they're down and they're getting the ball to come back, and they're just kind of being dudes, like they're just like pulling at jerseys. But I forget, one of them did initiate it. He's like trying to hold on to the guy to keep him from running back, and the other one gets pissed and like pulls it too. And after seeing the two going at it, Rudy Gobert grabbed Thompson from behind, and after he did that, Draymond Green got pissed and put his arm around Gobert's neck, resulting in a chokehold that lasted for several moments.
That's hot.
I know, it was kind of sexy. It was kind of sexy. But while that was happening, McDaniels and Green got ejected from the game, but Gobert was deemed by officials to be a, quote, peacemaker and did not receive a penalty.
And that is why he's a Bachelor of the freaking week.
Yeah.
Doing the work.
But I will say, the Warriors are pissed about that because if you do watch the video back, he wasn't really peacemaking. Like, he was definitely pushing people.
Really?
Trying to...
He just got the good at it?
He just like got the good edit of it for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you remember this about him, but last time we covered Rudy Gobert, he had gotten in another fight. Remember his ick was that he was a fighter?
We double down.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert is a fucking fighter.
He's a fighter. So even though he was deemed the peacemaker, he's definitely not a fucking peacemaker because he just got in another fucking tussle.
Or maybe he's just trying to rebrand.
Maybe he's trying to rebrand. But he does have a quote on the situation.
Oh, okay.
It says, quote, "I went to try and disconnect the situation between Jaden and Klay."
You need to do his accent.
Doesn't he? French accent?
Yes, please attempt.
Oh, shit. People are going to get offended by this. We're done.
Okay.
I don't even know how. Like,
that was
anyway.
really close.
Thank you.
That's okay. Continue
I went
on.
to try and disconnect the situation between Jaden and Klay, and then I just felt someone grabbing me, Gobert said. Quote, "My first thought was, I'm not going to fight. I need to be in this game to help my team. So I showed the ref I had my hands up, and I just waited until the situation was over." Get this. Last part of the quote. Quote, "I do hope the league is going to do what needs to be done because that's just clown behavior."
What?
Yeah, he called them clowns.
Oh,
yeah.
He wants to smoke.
No, he's trying to fight for sure.
You know what I think is funny about fights is like whenever players are asked about it, they say, "Oh, it was for the team. It was to protect my team." No, it's for the man's ego. You just want to beat up a dude.
Yeah, he just wants to beat up dudes.
He does not try to protect his teammates. I'm sure he fights them in the locker room too. Yeah. He just wants to be the manliest man of the men.
Oh, 100%. The man's wants to be the man's.
The men's gone men.
The
okay.
men are gonna men. And that's that on the situation.
And that's it.
I thought it was just sexy overall.
No, it's hot.
Keep it coming.
And that's on God.
Let's make basketball more contact.
Okay, so this is the last and my favorite story. Did you look at it at all? I just wanted to shock you.
No, I'm just going to make it surprising.
So basically, JMU, James Madison University, is threatening to sue the NCAA. Why, you ask? I will tell you.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, JMU is 10-0. This is football. Sorry, JMU football, 10-0 this season and ranked number 18.
Okay.
So they are doing amazing. They're in the top 25, undefeated, having a great season.
Okay.
The NCAA this week have deemed the Dukes, that's what they're called, ineligible for bowl games. You ask why?
I was just about to ask why.
Great question.
It's
such a good question. So, per NCAA bylaws, football programs that are moving from the FCS to the FBS are required to take a 2-year transition period that makes them ineligible for postseason bowl games. Okay, so JMU is in their second year of transitioning to the FBS.
Okay.
They're now in the Sun Belt Conference. And for anyone who doesn't know, the FBS, I don't know the difference really, but FCS are like lower level D1 teams. Like I think Mercer was FCS. Go Bears. And FBS are like the legit teams that go to the bowl games. And JMU is in their second year of transitioning. Okay. And so there's this rule. The rule, yes, it is stupid. But it is a rule.
It's a rule that everyone must follow.
Almost like, remember, I don't think it's a rule anymore, but when we were in college, if you transferred schools, you'd have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, there's just rules, okay? And so this week, the NCAA said, James Madison, even though you're ranked 18th and you're undefeated, you're not eligible because of this rule. But JMU is not having it, and they're threatening legal action if James Madison's exclusion from the bowl consideration isn't reversed. So they have an attorney involved, Virginia attorney Jason Myeris.
Okay.
Whatever. He has a quote, and it goes, quote, "We are prepared to act on behalf of JMU in the unfortunate circumstance that JMU's request for relief is not timely approved. Specifically, JMU is prepared to promptly file a lawsuit in the Western District of Virginia asserting that the bowl ban violates the antitrust and potentially other laws." Guess what? I looked up that law for you. So they basically wrote a letter to the NCAA, and they cited the Virginia Antitrust Act and the Sherman Act, and I looked them both up for us. So the Virginia Antitrust Act, and I'm going to need you to help me debunk what this means, but it says every conspiracy, combination, or attempt to monopolize or monopolization of trade or commerce of this Commonwealth is unlawful.
Hit it one more time for me. Let me really think about it.
Every conspiracy, combination, or attempt to monopolize or monopolization of trade or commerce of this Commonwealth is unlawful. It sounds to me like it's just saying, I don't know.
So so the FBS, you said, or FCS?
FBS.
Okay.
But this is James Madison suing the NCAA.
Okay, so they're trying to say that the NCAA is trying to be the dictator over what all they do. Yeah, they're monopolizing. Yeah. They want to have control over how they get their money,
right,
and whatever. And James Madison's saying we're losing opportunities,
right,
doing that.
And the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 is a federal statute which prohibits activities that restrict interstate commerce and competition in the marketplace.
Oh,
so they're citing both of those acts in this letter they've written to the NCAA, and basically are saying if you don't overturn this by Friday, I think is the deadline, as in tomorrow, then we're going to sue you. Now,
for how much, I wonder.
Now, here's the issue with this story. Is that rule sucky? Yes, that's a stupid rule. Like, if you are in the FBS now, you don't need a 2-year transition period. Like, just let the boys play ball.
Let the boys play with their balls.
Yes. Now, at the same time, Catherine, James Madison, they're being baby back bitches. That's the fucking rule. Deal with the fucking rule. Why are these boys out here trying to break all the rules?
I'm just saying, I agree with you, sister. I'm here with you. Because, in my opinion, everyone else before you has followed that rule. So what makes you so different?
They think they're different because they're undefeated and ranked 18th. And if you give a boy an ego, he's going to run with it to the fucking law.
Oh, my God.
I'm pissed.
No, we're pissed.
Okay, I get that the law is stupid. I want to go on record and say that it's a bad rule.
Yeah.
But James Madison, that's the fucking rule, bro.
That's the rule, and you should have checked into the rules.
Yeah, but they think that because they're so good, they should be exempt from the rule.
No.
Rules
are there to keep us safe, happy, and healthy.
Yeah.
And you need to follow it.
Yeah.
James and Madison.
And everyone in between. I'm fucking pissed. And honestly, I hope they do sue the NCAA, and I hope this does go to court, and I hope the NCAA wins.
I hope so.
And
I just want to know how much they would want in like reparations. Like how much do they think they would really make off of a bowl game that you're willing to sue? Obviously, I guess a lot of money.
Well, I think a lot of money because, I mean, in their defense, I think when you're ranked 18th, you'll get a pretty good bowl game. And I think bowl games
bring a lot of revenue.
Bring A lot of revenue. B, I think that gets you into different games? Question mark? No. I don't know. They're probably just going to sue them for the amount of money they would make in a bowl game. But what you going to do? A rule's a rule, guys.
Rules are rule, guys. Rules are rule.
And with that, we ride into our dating history breakdown.
Yay.
Yay.
And so, you dear listeners, if you were paying attention earlier, I had said that our People's Sexiest Man Alive finalist was going to make an appearance later on, and here he is.
He's back.
Jason Kelce. We're going to be talking about the other Kelce brother today and his dating history breakdown.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. And actually, to be quite honest with you, this is one of those cases where there's not a lot on his previous dating life. So we're going to be talking about his wife, Kylie McDevitt Kelce.
I love her.
Yeah. She's
amazing.
Yeah. Love her. So just a little bit of background on her. And I didn't know this about her. She grew up in Philadelphia and attended a really small university, Division III, Cabrini University in Wayne, Pennsylvania.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, but she has a sports background. She Cabrini University. I want to say Wayne University.
Sounds like a dessert.
Cabrini?
Yeah. Like a Cabrini could be like a brownie with like some peanut butter and like some sprinkles or something.
I want to eat that Cabrini. That sounds amazing. And so at this Brownie University, she played field hockey, and her team won the Division III Colonial State Athletic Conference title 2 years in a row.
First of all, I love that she's an athlete. That just makes me feel closer to her.
Yeah.
Second of all, to go on a quick little tangent, speaking of field hockey, our girl Erin Matson won, I think, the division again as the coach. So she's like making
Duke?
UNC. Remember how she's like the first and youngest coach in field hockey, or no, NCAA history, actually. She just won the conference again. So congratulations to our girl. It's a field hockey podcast.
Job. It's a field hockey day today.
Good.
Okay, so Kylie and Jason went on their first date in 2015, and they met on Tinder. They swiped on each other, which is kind of wholesome, I guess.
I wonder how many other people they swiped upon.
I know.
But I digress.
Yeah. So they went on their first date, and they actually went IG official that same year.
Oh.
And so a little bit on their first date, she initially thought she was getting catfished because he was on an NFL team at that point.
Yeah.
She Googled him and was like, what the hell? He's on the Eagles.
Yeah.
And when he invited her to a bar, her friend said, quote, "It's either going to be him or it's going to be someone pretending to be him. Hilarious either way."
Yeah.
And so she's like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so she showed up.
As she should.
Yeah. And apparently, this is really shitty. He fell asleep 45 minutes after she got there on the bar table because he was too drunk. Yeah.
So he was nervous.
Yeah, he got too drunk and he fell asleep on her. And he chimed in because they were actually on their podcast and they were telling the story of how they met.
They also told this story, if you haven't seen the Kelce documentary on Amazon Prime, it's about Jason Kelce, not Travis. And she's in the documentary a lot of the time, and they've talked about this story on there too.
Okay. So, and then he chimed in and said it was, quote, "Not a good first date. I got a little bit too inebriated, but I was sober enough to know it was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my entire life, and it was the love at first sight." He said that. He said that.
Jason's whipped.
Yeah.
See, that's like the part of the persona that plays into the Sexiest Man Alive thing. Like, he's just so wholesome and pure.
This is what I'm, honestly, Amanda, I'm going to pause right here.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I really hope that the young men of America latch on to this type of relationship and status and want to be like these types of dudes. Because I feel like a lot of young men have gotten away from that and want to be like the fuck boy. I don't know why that's like something that guys look up to.
Yeah.
Like, this is so
No, I agree. And going
amazing.
back to what you were saying earlier, I think Taylor and Travis have the power to change that, like genuinely. And that's kind of crazy to say, but if they actually work out and he continues to support her and vice versa, and they're out together and he's being a gentleman and all these things, I feel like guys that are like maybe in high school now are going to look up to that instead of the NBA players that are getting 6 girls pregnant at once.
Literally. Yeah. So anyway, they're really cute together. Fast forward to 2018. So they've dating for like, you know, at this point, probably 2.5, 3 years. Kylie went to the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl game and was cheering them on, all cute. And then they actually got married that same year in 2018. April 14th, 2018, at the Logan Hotel in Philadelphia. They got married.
Oh my God.
And then they have 3 daughters now. They have Wyatt, who was born in 2019, Elliot in 2021, and then they just had another baby in February.
Okay, so first of all their girl babies have boy names, which I love.
Wyatt and Elliot. Yeah, that's so true.
Second of all, I love that he's a girl dad. It just fits him so well.
Yeah.
Especially with 3.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes sense. Third? Third of all, lost my train of thought again on 3. I thought I had 3. I have 2. That's it.
But yeah, that's her little history. It's really, I love that it's so
Concise. Yeah.
It's simple. Tinder worked for them.
Tinder works for some people. I've been to weddings from dating apps. Dating apps do work.
Yeah, they do. From time to time.
And from time to time, on occasion. Yeah. You know what's crazy about Kylie Kelce is she might be sisters with Taylor Swift one day.
How
like, imagine
wild.
being just like a fucking girl from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You're swiping on Tinder one day, and then 5 years later, Taylor Swift is your sister-in-law? Like, what?
This life is crazy.
I really want to know what she thinks about all this. Like, don't you wonder if she was like a fan of Taylor Swift growing up? And like, if this is, because I'm sure she's going to meet her if she hasn't already.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I want to know people's real opinions on this. Like,
yeah.
Obviously.
People that are close to the situation.
Yeah, people are close to it. Because obviously they're going to give some sort of answer on the podcast, but that's not what they really think. Like, what do you really think about this?
I want to know, like, if they're actually in love. Like, and I'm not saying I'm skeptical about it. I'm just saying, like, I want to know, like, in their own heart of hearts, are they actually in love? Are they loving that people love them? Mm-hmm. Are they loving the attention it's bringing? Or do they really just, like, love each other? Like, I just want to know.
Yeah, I know.
And I want to know the people, like you're saying, the people around them, what they're seeing. Are they seeing them in love?
Yeah.
Are they seeing them act differently? Are they seeing them, like, not themselves? Like, I want to know what people know.
I want to know the details. Anyway, that's the dating history breakdown. Do you want to tell us our Bachelor of the Week?
Yeah, I do. Because I went rogue.
All right. Oh, yay.
Our Bachelor of the Week, you guys, is an F1 driver.
Oh,
steamy. His name is Logan Sargeant. Okay.
Love the last name.
Yes. 10-4.
Yes, sir.
He's 22, so he's kind of young, but he's an F1 driver already from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He drives.
He drives
fast
cars.
And let me preface, I know nothing about F1, so I'm going to try to power through this, but he drives for Williams Racing. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he didn't go to college because I guess he's been competing in race car driving since he was 8 years old. And
how is that legal?
Well, they don't start in big, fast cars. They start in like go-karts when you're 8, and it transitions as you get older into like more dangerous and faster until you're in F1. And I think he just became an F1 driver a year or two ago. Okay. But interesting fact about him is that his brother is also a NASCAR driver.
Oh my God.
Now, riddle me this. What is the difference between NASCAR and F1?
Why was I just about to ask
What is the difference? They're both cars.
I do know that NASCAR goes in like ovals.
Yeah.
Circles.
Yeah.
And F1 is like an actual, like it's like a little course.
So it's cooler.
Like it like kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Well, it's just a family of racers. I don't know how they got into that, but his brother's a NASCAR driver as well. So the best thing about him, I put that he's a good driver.
Oh my God.
Like, if you're going on a date, like, he knows how to drive.
Yeah.
Which is also my red flag, is that I bet he drives fucking fast, and I don't like fast drivers.
No, we don't.
I'm scared.
Amanda gets really
I get scared. I have like, I think it comes from my mom. So my mom, like, sorry, Mom, you actually have the biggest phobia of cars. Yeah. Like, she will like get stiff in the passenger seat when someone else drives and goes 45 miles an hour. Like, she gets stiff. And I have like a little tinge of her phobia, and I just like, I just like to be like safe, and I don't like to weave in and out, and I fear that Logan Sargeant would weave on our date.
He 100% would weave. 100%
I can't have a weaver.
No.
But if you can have a weaver, his Instagram handle is @Logan Sargeant. Careful, he has 611,000 followers. Ooh. I think because F1 is like an international
F1
sport.
Is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But overall, he's gotten an 8.1 out of 10 from me.
Oh my God. Yay, Logan.
Yay, Logan.
We'll drive him fast, honey.
Yeah, baby.
Speaking of cars real quick, I'm pretty sure someone clipped me on the way home from work today. I was on, what's that highway? 80?
That's
20,
not a highway.
20.
Okay.
All the numbers get confusing to me. I was on
There's
20,
a lot of them. Yeah.
And I was just driving with the pace of traffic as one does in Atlanta. And this asshole, like, sports car comes up on my ass. And I'm normally the fast driver. But he came up on my butt cheek. And he decided to meander on my right butt cheek along my right side of my vehicle. And he cut me off so close, it kind of went on my car.
Did you feel it on the wheel?
I didn't swerve. It was like the tiniest amount, but I was like, wait, what the hell? And then he was cutting in and out and in and out and in and out.
I hate those kind of drivers, and that's what I think Logan would do, and that's why I'm fearful.
Yeah.
Your car can handle it, though. Black Betty's been through some tough shit recently, and she's fine.
She's okay.
She's okay.
You know what else is okay?
What?
Our next story.
It's okay. It's actually not okay. It's actually not okay. So now we're in story time from college softball, and this one pisses me off more than anything we've mentioned so far. Let me explain. It was senior year. Or was it junior year? I don't know. I think it was junior year because a person that I'm thinking of had left the team senior year. So junior year. We were in our conference tournament. So this is when we were playing to make it into the NCAA tournament in which we would be on TV. But instead we're on the radio. So
we never made it there.
No, we never made it. Mind you, we never made it to the NCAA tournament.
You guys.
And it was like every year, it was like the mission. Like, we're going to change history. We never fucking changed history. And they still haven't. So good luck, Bears. But anyways, sorry, I'm getting heated because of what I'm about to say. Okay. So we were at the conference tournament. We were in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I love Chattanooga. It's actually a really great city.
Really nice.
And when you go on tournaments in college athletics, obviously you don't have food with you, so the coaches take you out to eat. Now, at the conference tournament, there are oftentimes parents that go to watch their kids.
Yeah, many.
Especially the last tournament, because it's the last tournament. If you lose, which we always did, you're done. So the parents were there to say their goodbyes.
The parents knew we were done.
Yeah, and they just wanted to see our last hurrah, you know? My parents, because I was a bench rider, were like, we're not flying out to see you sit on a metal bench. Yeah. And that's fair. Thank you for the support and love. So the few players we probably had what, like 24 players? Is that too many?
That's a little too many.
20, 18. Anyway.
In the teens, but yeah.
Out of that many players, there was maybe 4 or 5 whose parents didn't come. Mm-hmm. So at this tournament, when the parents were there, they would take their kids out to eat. Like, you had the option of like, I'm going to take my kid, we're going to go eat on my dime. The players whose parents weren't there had to go eat with the coach, which was me. So,
and I don't think I was there because I think Amanda and I were trying to like remember this story.
I don't remember you being there.
I had a couple other Panera stories, but this specific one, I don't think I was
Why
there.
do you have so many Panera stories?
I don't know. I don't know why.
A lot of bad things happen at Panera. But so me and maybe 4 other girls on the team went with coach to dinner this night because all the other girls went with their parents, including Catherine over there.
I did.
And coach picked the place. We went to Panera Bread. And that's fine. I have no problem with Panera Bread. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, let's not get
in fact, sponsor us, Panera Bread. However, we got to Panera Bread, and it is up to the coach to dictate how much money you get. Well, or is it up to the NCAA? I think you're supposed to get like a certain amount every time you go out. Every player gets like $18 to eat or whatever. But there were 4 of us at this Panera Bread, and she had the absolute audacity and the balls to give us $7 each at Panera Bread. You guys, $7 does not get you a U-Pick 2.
No, that'll maybe buy you a cup. Not even a bowl, a cup of the soup.
It sure does.
Yeah.
It sure does. And so I remember we were shocked, but like you can't say 7, like you sound like a bitch if you're like
mad. Did we just lose? Or
we
what?
did. We did. Sure. But there was only 4 or 5 of us. Like $7 times 4 or 5 of us is $35.
What a bargain from that.
What a bargain. No, it was for her, yeah. And I remember I was with this one girl who I won't name. She ended up transferring after this year, but she was so pissed. She went into her own pocket and took out money to buy. She's like, fine, I'll use the $7 she gives me. I will also buy this with my own credit card.
Yeah.
And she fed the rest of us that were there because she felt so bad that we only had $7.
The girl bought it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she bought, like, not a ton, but she, like, bought her own food, which was, like, half a sandwich and maybe a Diet Coke if she was lucky with her $7. But then she also bought, like, a salad and, like, some bread and a soup to give the rest of us some more food because we had just played 2 softball games and could only afford half a sandwich with our gifted money. So we didn't say a peep because we were scared of this lady. And honestly, when you're in college, you're scared of your coach because they control your life. Yeah. So we didn't say anything to her, but we said something to our teammates who had gone with their parents.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where we told them. It was either on text or in the group me or something. And they told their parents. And so the parents that were with all the players rallied together and bought us 5 that were at Panera 3 new pizzas and fed us dinner after we had $7 dinner at Panera. And it just pissed me off that we were underfed.
Yeah, that's wild. And when Amanda told me I was in the group, I scoured old group me chats from 2018, 2019.
Right.
And some of the freaking chats in there, dude.
Wild. We should read them next time.
We should do that.
We won't say names, but we can read the text.
We'll read some of the messages, but I'm like, why was everyone so intense?
It sounded like we were at war. Like we were like, the messages were like severe.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, you guys. Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Everyone is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I think the other Panera story that you were thinking of is we went to Panera a different time and some of the girls did over order. Like we had like, I think that time she didn't give us a limit.
Yeah.
She just like ordered just like a meal, which would be a you pick 2 or a sandwich, which is like $11, $12. And some girls, because we were so hungry, ordered like a sandwich and a salad. So they were more like $20. And the coach was shocked when she got the receipt. So the next time we went to Panera, I think was this time. And it was like repercussion of the last Panera, even though the ones that over ordered were not there.
Yeah.
And us girls who are not Pilates girls and do not need just half a sandwich for dinner had to suffer.
We need more. We need more substance, people.
It was crazy, and I will never forget.
Oh, crazy. While we're on it, because I don't have a fact for Impress Your Boyfriend, but I do have...
What are we going to tell our boyfriends?
I know. I do have a statement, though, I want to shout out to a lot of our old teammates because my dad passed away last week, and you move on from life with college and you kind of just like do your own thing and you work and stuff. And a lot of people that reached out to me, I didn't expect to. And one of those groups was our old softball family at Mercer. And I got a gift card yesterday from a lot of people that, we haven't spoken in quite some time. And so I just want to give a shout out to Mercer softball family because even though everyone goes on with their life and does things, like the fact that we did all experience these things together, I think does kind of tie you to those people for a long time. So shout out to you guys. I love you. Thank you. Yeah. You guys are the best.
I know we talk a lot of shit about Mercer softball because we had a horrible time, but like it really did create with the team and the players, like a family bond and like people reaching out to me on your behalf and asking what they could do. And like, even though we haven't talked to them in 2 or 3 years, like everyone has each other's back and it will make me cry because it's beautiful.
No, it was very sweet. So shout out to our Mercer softball family. We love you guys.
We love you. And we're going to end on that happy note.
Okay.
Thanks for riding.
See you guys next week.
Bye.